Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, we're breaking down all of the craziest hot topics. And Empire's resident bad boy, Bashir Y. Gray, is here. The hit music, Naomi Campbell, cooking. He's telling us about the breakout show and its shocking upcoming finale. Plus, you've got questions and she's got answers in an all-new edition of Ask Wendy. Now, here's Wendy!
Yes! So good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Say hello to my co-host and my studio audience. Looking good. I guess okay, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Welcome to the Wendy O. Williams Show, and happy St. Patrick's Day to one and all. Good morning, Teresa and all the inmates. So, it's season 20 of Dancing with the Stars. It premiered last night. Did you watch? I was very, very surprised that Rumor Willis, the daughter of Bruce and Demi Moore, is the one to beat. She's elegant and beautiful, and it's almost like, hey, is she professionally trained prior to this? I mean, who knew? Who knew? Now, you know, it's a total of 40 points this year because they added another judge, so instead of 30 from previous years, you know, 40 is a perfect score. And Rumor got 32 points last night. Yeah. The highest score. So, Bruce and Demi showed up. Now, you know they're divorced, and Demi's got a new boyfriend, and Bruce has new kids and a new wife and a new life. And they were supposed to sit next to each other because Hot Topics got a hold of the seating chart. You see, they're supposed to sit next to each other, and then, you know, the whole will. But when we were watching the show, we noticed that Demi was sitting several seats behind Bruce. She and her boyfriend look good together. They have the same chin. And I've always thought that Bruce Willis was easy on the eyes, even back in the moonlighting days. There's hot. Yeah. But it looked like he was pissed the whole time that he was sitting there, like he wasn't smiling. And, you know, some people were saying, well, maybe because, you know, he's this big A-list star and Dancing with the Stars is viewed as a cheesy show. Why would he be, you know, slumming there? Why did his daughter do it? But he's got to go support his daughter, so he's there. I was thinking, well, maybe he was fighting with his wife. Or something like that. I don't know, but he wasn't smiling the whole time. It's very competitive, though, so maybe he just had a stone face on to make sure that his girl was treated properly, you know, his daughter. So then, very good for you, Rumor. We'll be watching a Patti LaBelle, 70 years old. Are you all serious? You clap at anything. This is horrible. Patti LaBelle, you know I love you, but you know I shoot straight from the hip. I understand that you're 70 years old, but you are giving us nothing but a waltz at a wedding banquet hall there. That was not Dancing with the Stars, Dancing with the Stars, all that jiggle. You know those dances that you do, and if you don't do them right, they get you kicked off. She was waltzing around the way you all waltz around at a summer wedding. Give me a break. And I appreciate that she kept her heels on, you know. And, you know, because normally she kicks her shoes off at concerts. But I am not impressed. And please, I'm not going to give her the old lady pass. If you're 70 years old and you're on Dancing with the Stars, I expect you to keep up with everybody else. Dancing with the Stars is not like getting drafted to the Army. Like, when you get drafted to the Army, you have to go or move to Canada and hide. But when you get invited, I know, I was there. The telephone rings, bring. Do you think that your client might want to participate in Dancing with the Stars? Because we want her to participate. They invite you. And then you get on a conference call with your people. Like, well, that's what happened to me. And then you get on the conference call with your people and you decide, of course we're gonna do it, but what will be the logistics? And so, well, you know I'm not a dancer, but anyway, Miss LaBelle, you did not have to be on Dancing with the Stars, and because you're there, I expect some more movement next week. I don't think I'm I'm being harsh. I'm just keeping that it's only a 1-hour show, so I got to get to my point and then keep it moving. Suzanne Summers, you know I love you and I love your lovely, handsome husband. But Suzanne, you are giving me nothing as well. Tony, you will not be winning Dancing with the Stars. Oh, Tony, what are you wearing? Okay, first of all, she's dancing in sneakers. So therefore, she should be doing a little bit more than what Patti LaBelle was doing. And also, yes, Suzanne is 68 years old and she represents her age group very well. But like I said, Dancing with the Stars is not the Army. I want to see some paso doble next week, ladies. That's it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Thank you. And then the football player, Michael Samms. You know, he's the NFL's first outwardly gay football player. Yes, I like all that. I don't know. Anyway, he did what he's supposed to do on Dancing with the Stars. You give it your all. Then again, athletes always get the upper hand because they're used to giving it their all. Do you know what I mean? The problem is, Michael Samms, as much as I love you, I've got to keep it real with you because I talked to some of the men around the set, the ones who really know football, not the ones who play like they know stuff. I'm just saying, you boys, stay in your lane. That would be hot topics. Stay off the field. So I talked to some of the men around the set, and you want to know what they said about your chances of playing in the NFL? 0. These are guys who watch football every weekend. All right, here's what Michael Samms is doing. And Michael Samms, I have to agree with them, even though I don't watch football, but I do watch Hot Topics. Michael Samms, to be on Dancing with the Stars, which is very competitive, 6 hours, 6 days a week you rehearse, you know? And also be doing NFL practice. He's in the process also of trying out for, you know, doing the NFL thing. It's not an off season for him. You know, I wouldn't imagine that the NFL looks at Dancing with the Stars and you being there is serious. And I'm with the guys on the staff. I don't think that there's a chance that you'll be playing in the NFL. I think first of all, it's very hard on your body. Second of all, if your #1 goal in life is to be an NFL player, you need to concentrate on that. And you know, if he was already on a team in the NFL and then he did, say, the summertime version of Dancing with the Stars, that would be one thing. But, you know, you don't have a mirror ball trophy and you don't have a football and you got to choose sides. And if I were you, I would plan on being eliminated next week so you can take this NFL thing serious. That's all. That's all. Well, I mean, not really eliminated because he was a good dancer, but I want him to play in the NFL. Look, someone's going home next week, Monday, 8 o'clock, ABC. Yeah. So Miley Cyrus's boyfriend got caught with another woman. Look. It was just the other day I was telling you that they've been together for 5 months and they're talking marriage, right? So Patrick is 21 and Miley is 22, and he's doing what 21-year-old seniors in college do. Chill out on spring break. Right? Okay. Patrick was spotted on spring break partying with this particular girl, but look, okay, I'll give you this one, maybe. That, you know, he's not messing around on Miley, because sometimes if you have big heels on or if you stubbed your toe, you need a man's arm to hold on to. But this picture right here says guilty all over it. Yeah. These are only a few of several pictures that we have, but we can't spend the whole hour on this story. He also appears in other pictures doing body shots off another woman. Now, for those of you watching not familiar with a body shot, that's where you pour the liquor out on a woman, you know what I'm saying, and then you slurp it off. Really, sir? Really, sir? You're having a good time, aren't you? I see you throwing your hands in the air like you just don't care. Ow. Now, at 21, like, I've been to every spring break in my life, you know what I'm saying? From high school, all 4 years of spring break. I went to spring break Daytona Beach when Daytona was popping. During college, I've been to Acapulco spring break. And all I can tell you is that spring break is a rite of passage. And what happens in spring break? Unfortunately, because of social media, it doesn't stay in spring break anymore. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If he wanted to go on spring break and Miley is his same age, 1 year older, then why didn't Miley go also? Or how about this, Patrick? How about this would be, even though it's your last spring break because you're a senior, don't go on spring break this year because you got something better, a wealthy, popular woman named Miley Cyrus. And Miley seems like a lot of things. She will never get over that twerking with the foam finger thing. She will always be that to me. But Miley doesn't seem like a cheat. Miley seems like the type that when she's with her man, she's committed to her man. And we tried to do digging to find out whether Miley was out with other women or other men, excuse me, while he's in spring break. Everybody's not gay, sir. Look who's talking. I just don't feel as though he should be at spring break, you know? And by the way, shout out to everybody in the dormitories right now watching the Miss Wendy O. Williams show. What I have to say to you, if you have a boyfriend, dear, and he's going on spring break and you're not going, best and believe he's breaking all the rules of your relationship. And you shouldn't, dear, don't even go on spring break with him. Let him go to Fort Lauderdale while you go to Cabo, you see, and have your own fun. That's all. All right. Well, like most men who get caught out there, he has an excuse. It's stupid, but so is this show. OMG, it's one of my best friend's girlfriend. Would never do anything against my girlfriend. Let's say it together. Mm-hmm. I love you people. I really do. Thank you. Let's say it together again. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jay-Z and Beyonce, what are we gonna do? Well, look, they're caught in a quagmire. Not a word used often, but it's a fun word, right? Quagmire. Jay-Z and Beyonce moved to LA. Now look, they're already causing drama at the school. This little Blue Ivy is in pre-kindergarten, nursery school, you know, she's in school. Well, it's one of the most elite schools in LA. There are other famous people's kids who go there, Will Ferrell's kid and, you know, some other people. And if they're not famous at that school, then at the very least you have money. The school costs $15,000 a year. They reportedly have hired a motorcade of 2 cars and 3 bodyguards to drive Blue Ivy to school. Now, you know, as an experienced parent in the pickup drop-off line, I don't have time for a traffic jam. You know, or dodging beefy guys while I walk my goober into school. On one hand. On the other hand, social media and people's obsession with celebrity in this country and around the world has made it almost impossible for a little girl like Blue Ivy to go to school and not have her teachers, because teachers are groupies too, teachers and other parents, you know, passing her around and taking pictures with her and asking her stuff like, did mommy sleep in daddy's bed last night? You know, like you could find, listen, you could find out a lot from kids. My kid used to go to a Catholic school and I didn't realize that they were sending them into confession. And he's like in 2nd grade and tells me, you know, how's your day? And he said, oh yes, and today was confession. I said, it was what? Oh, no, this is a chance where Father Flanagan sits on the other side of the screen and finds out your family business and then goes in and gossips with the principal, because times have changed regarding gossiping and even with responsible adults. So he doesn't go to confession, nor is he in Catholic school anymore, but I say all that to say Blue Ivy's in a very vulnerable situation. But I do think that they don't need 2 cars and 3 bodyguards to take her in. I think that they should use the family Sprinter. You know what that is? Which would fit the 3 there. Dead. Right? You use the family Sprinter. You have one of the bodyguards drive, the other one, you know, sits watch, and the other one brings her into the school, and that'll be that. But I'm gonna take a poll. Clap if you think that she needs all this security to take her into the school and pick her up. Clap. Yes, yes, sir, yes. He was clapping very like, But people are stupid. It just takes one crazy with your kids to change your life. But, oh, I don't know. Look, this is a story that we'll be following because it's interesting, celebrity kids, when they can't talk and tell you, you know, there's a bad man that was looking through the window. You know, that's like the scariest time in a parent's life when your kids can't really talk and tell you what hurts or if somebody touched them inappropriately or something like that. So we'll watch the story for you. That's what we do. Jessica Simpson is defending these sexy pictures that she posted on her Instagram. I think that looks hot, don't you? And the black and white just makes it dramatic. And her hair looks good and she's grabbing his face in desperation. And I'm thinking, she's the one who took the selfie. I'm thinking that this is a selfie, you know, then she reached up behind his back and then, but except this one right here, I'm wondering who took the picture? And it's a hot picture. And so is this one. See, here's her head, and he's grabbing her behind. And that's her husband, Eric. But no, not okay. Like, here's my thing. It's okay if these are their personal pictures in their personal house and things like that. It's okay if they're 22 years old when guys go along with things like this, but Eric is a fully formed 40-something-year-old man. I think it's real corny of him to let his woman put these pictures on. I think it's corny. The pictures are sexy, but I think this is corny. It's corny. But Jessica got criticized because people were saying, you know, these pictures are personal pictures, they shouldn't be on Instagram. I'm criticizing because I just think, you know, a man's man is a real cornball for, you know, allowing these pictures to be put on. But this is what she says. She says, I'm not shy about being in love with my husband. Yeah, but keep that over there. Yeah. You know what I mean? My eyes are captivated. There's a young lady in the very front row with eyebrows. There you are, raise your hand, with eyebrows. Yes, you. No, the one with the long hair. Yes, the white girl, yes, you. No, what's up? It's only a 1-hour show, you have to get to the point. Isn't she giving you that supermodel Kara's eyebrows and stuff? Yeah, you're adorable. Yeah, cute. My girls are always turned out. Anyway, so, some people say that Kate Hudson might have a new man. Gwyneth Paltrow's ex-husband, Chris Martin. Did you hear me? You guys are so busy hooping. I said, Gwyneth Paltrow's ex-husband, Chris Martin. Okay, they were on the beach together and they both had their kids there and Chris has on a wetsuit because he was surfing and people are saying that Kate looks, see, to me, this is not a story. I don't believe that they're dating. My staff is like, she's got on a skimpy bikini. Excuse me, aren't all bikinis skimpy? You know? I think that first of all, Kate and Gwyneth are friends. Now, friends have stolen other women's men in the past, but I believe that this is family day at the beach. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, Chris probably called her up, so look, I'm about to go to the beach. You know, I got the kids, what are you doing today? And Kate's like, oh my gosh, I got on my skimpy bikini. I'm about to go to the beach too. All right, I'll bring the towels, you bring the snacks, and I'll meet you in an hour. I don't think that this is a story. I think that this is innocent and you know, it's family time together under otherwise bad situation, which is that these guys are going through a divorce and is she still with her man? They split. Okay, so nobody has, hey, wait, nobody has a wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend? Well, anything is possible, so we'll be watching this story too. Oh, so silly. Paul McCartney's got this ex-wife with one wooden leg. You know, yeah, her. Heather Mills, you remember when they got married? Well, Heather said that, now follow me closely. Heather's doing an interview, and she's English. She's doing an interview, and the interviewer gets around to asking her questions about Paul. And she's like, oh, God, I'm so tired of talking about him. If there was a pot boiling on the stove, I'd dip my head in it. You know? What do you want to know? So the interviewer asked something about the collaboration on that song. What's it called, 4, 3, 2, 1?
5 seconds.
5 seconds? But it's number 4 on the iTunes, so the song is doing really well. He collaborated, Paul McCartney did, with Jay-Z, with Kanye, and Rihanna to do this song. And so the interviewer asked about the song, and Heather said, the only reason that Paul collaborated with Kanye and Rihanna is so that he could be relevant again. Now see, I did not find that mean at all. I found that to be like, duh. Like, duh. So I don't know whether Heather was intentionally trying to be mean, but you'll have to come harder to impress us. That wasn't mean, that sounds truthful to me. And by the way, Heather, shame on you for attempting to shame the father of you all's 11-year-old daughter. You are very, very ungrateful. He might have been a miserable husband, so you all got divorced, but you walked away with $50 million. Stop complaining and be quiet.